Computer Basics. First year. Introduction to computers. The introduction of automated computing has radically changed not only how humans solve problems, but also what kinds of problems we can solve. Computing has changed the world more than any other intervention of the past 100 years. It's present in nearly all aspects of life. Everyone should study computing because nearly all of the most exciting and important technologies, arts, and science are and likely will be driven by computing. Understanding computing helps to illuminate deep insights and questions into the nature of our minds, our culture, and our universe. Computers have been used for medical applications since about 1950. The healthcare industry uses computers for a wide variety of applications, most commonly in electronic medical enabled records and clinical decision support systems. Electronic medical records and their associated tools enable physicians to interrogate data from individual patient histories and related case histories, making it possible for them to provide the best possible treatment and care for their patients. Personal digital assistant (PDA) or mobile devices are widely used by physicians and nurses for tasks such as looking up drug information, reading health journals and textbooks, viewing practice guidelines, using medical calculators, and reading and sending email. Computer systems are useful for hospital administration, from hospital bed tracking and inventory control to administer to admissions facilities. The growth of the internet has made previously limited services more accessible to both providers and patients. It has one enabled to growth of telemedicine, including radiology, remote surgery, and patient monitoring, expanding access to patients and providers in more remote areas, provided greater access to peer-reviewed journal articles through our online databases such as PubMed, enabled patients to research their own symptoms through a wide range of websites that provide an almost unlimited amount of health information. Made it possible for patients to compare the price, quality, and availability of hospitals and doctors. Enabled the development of online portals like WebMed, which give patients the options of entering and tracking their own medical histories. Made it possible for companies to offer websites where critically well patients and their caregivers can post updates on their status and thus communicate important information to concerned friends and relatives and with the aid of supercomputers. Helped with the aid of supercomputers, helped biomedical research to unravel the mysteries of genetic disease. The potential role of computers expands beyond the management of electronic records, supplies, and facilities. Medical nanotechnology can be used to monitor bodily functions and alert the patient or physicians to critical changes in the patient's health. For example, a tiny chip can be implanted in a patient to consciously measure blood sugar level and trigger insulin release as necessary. Another technical development is a wearable personal monitoring instrument that consciously measures blood pressure, pulse, body fat percentage, and so on. Such data can be automatically uploaded wirelessly to a person's electronic medical record, where a program analyzes the data at regular intervals and sends notifications to the individual and their physician if something is wrong or abnormal. Some clinics and physician officers have made it possible for patients to even schedule appointments via the internet, similar to how you would make a hotel reservation. Some offices now ask patients to sign in via touchpads rather than pieces of paper. In the future, we may be asked to sit in a special chair that will measure our vital signs and enter them into our electronic record. The term health information technology, health IT, HIT, refers to the electronic systems healthcare professionals and increasingly patients use to store, share, and analyze health information. Health IT includes one electronic health records (EHR). EHRs allow doctors to keep better track of your health information and make it easier for your doctor to share information with specialized personal health records (PHR). A PHR is similar to an EHR except that you control what kind of information goes into it. You can use a PHR to keep track of information from your doctor visits, but the PHR can also reflect your life outside the doctor's office and your health priorities, such as tracking what you eat and how much you exercise. Sometimes your PHR can link with your doctor EHR. Electronic processing, e-prescribing, allows your doctor to communicate directly with the pharmacy by eliminating the paper prescription. Patients are no longer responsible for making sure the prescription is given to the pharmacist, eliminating potential loss. And the pharmacist no longer have to worry about prescription, reducing physical to pharmacy communication error. Computer technology has made medical and clinical reference information easily accessible and searchable in any clinical setting. Examples of such reference information include drug databases, advisory system, disease databases, and so on. This is perhaps the most widely accepted clinical use of information technology. A computer is an electronic device that stores or retrieves data and processes data to get useful information for various purposes. A computer is composed of hardware and software. Computer types. Computers are available in variety of sizes and configuration, such as microcomputers, mainframes, and supercomputers. Microcomputers are the most commonly used, as they are the cheapest, most portable, and the fastest evolving type of computer available. They are designed for use in homes, offices, and the field.
And
Desktop
Xbox.
computers, laptops, gaming consoles, sound and navigation systems for cars, PDA, tablets, smartphones, and calculators are all types of microcomputers. Mainframes. What is mainframes? Mainframes can process and store a huge amount of data. They are large machines that must be accommodated and secured and air conditioned room. Many large organizations, such as health institutions, bank, educational institutions, and insurance companies, use mainframes to store data and run their daily operations. Number two, supercomputers are the most powerful computers in terms of performance and data processing. These computers are used for research and exploration purposes because they can hold and process massive amounts of data. They are used for personalized medicine, space exploration, earthquake studies, weather forecasting, nuclear weapons testing, and flight simulation. Hardware is the physical components of a computer, such as the system unit, mouse, keyboard, and the monitor, although we will focus our study on the PC, desktop, and the laptop. Its components are very similar to the components of all other types of computers. Input units. The input units are devices that allow users to enter data, information, or commands into the computer. These devices include the keyboard, mouse, touchpad, microphone, scanner, joystick, light pen, digitizer, barcode reader, and webcam. Keyboard. The keyboard is a panel of keys used to input data into the computer. Mouse. The mouse is the most popular pointing device used to move a cursor on the computer screen. It usually has two buttons, called the left and the right button, with a wheel located between the buttons. Touchpad. The touchpad is a pointing device that can translate the motion and the position of a user's fingers to a relative position on the screen. It's commonly used in laptop computers. Microphone. The microphone is used to input sound and store it in a digital form. Although it's commonly a built-in device in laptop computers, some people prefer to use an external microphone to extend reach or increase the quality of sound captured. Scanner. The scanner captured hard copy images and converts them to digital form that can be stored on the disk. Controller. A controller is similar to a mouse. It's mainly used in playing computer games to control the movement of an object or person. Light pen. When the light pen is moved over the monitor screen and the pen button is pressed, its photo cell sensing eliminate detects the screen location and sends the corresponding signal to the computer. The digitizer is also known as graphics tablet. It converts graphics and pictorial data into binary inputs and is used for fine works and of drawing and image application. Barcode reader. The barcode reader scans a barcode image and converts it into an alphanumeric value for input into the computer. Webcam. A webcam is a video camera that feeds or streams images in real time to a computer. It's often connected to the computer by a USB, but can be built into computers, usually laptops. Output units. Output units are devices that allow information to display in a human-readable form. Such devices include printers, speakers, and monitors. The monitor is the main output device of a computer. It forms images from tiny dots called pixels that are arranged in a rectangular form. The sharpness of the image depends upon the number of pixels. Speaker is the device that outputs sound from the computer. Printer. The printer is an output device that prints information on paper. The projector is an optical device that projects an images or moving images onto a surface. Storage devices. A storage device is any computing hardware or digital media that is used for storing and moving data files and objects. It can hold and store information both temporally and experimentally and can be internal or external to a computer. Hard drive. A hard drive experimentally stores and retrieves data on a computer. It consists of one or more platters to which data is written using a magnetic head, all inside of an air-sealed casing. Floppy disk drive. A floppy disk drive enables a user to save data to removable diskettes. This type of drive is no longer included in new computers. Compact disk, DVD, and Blu-ray drive. Compact disk. These plastic disks can store large amounts of data. The primary differences between the type of disks are the types of technologies in which they can be used, and the amount of data each can store. USB flash drive. USB flash drive is a portable storage device that connects to a computer via a USB port. They are an easy way to store to a computer via store and transfer information. Flash drivers are also known as memory sticks, thumb drives, or RAM drives. Central Processing Units. The Central Processing Unit (CPU) performs arithmetic and logical operations on data in order to convert it into useful information. It's considered the brain of the computer. The CPU performs multiple types of data processing operations. It stores data, intermediate results, and instructions program, and controls the operation of all parts of the computer. Motherboard. The motherboard serves as a single platform to connect all of the parts of a computer together. It connects the CPU, memory, hard drive, optical drives, video card, sound card, and other ports, and expansion cards directly or via cables. It's considered the backbone of a computer. Random access memory, or RAM. Random access memory is the internal memory of the CPU for storing data, programs, and program results. It's a read-write memory that stores data while the machine is working. As soon as the machine is switched off, the data is erased. Expansion cards. An expansion card is board that can be inserted into an expansion slot of a computer. Motherboard to add new functionality to a computer system. But in laptops and new systems, built-in functionality and capacity is generally cheapest and preferred. Power supply unit. A power supply unit (PSU) converts alternating current electric power to low voltage direct current for the internal components of the computer. Laptops are capable of running from a built-in battery for a period of hours. The computer case encloses most of the components of the system, such as the motherboard, disk drives, and power supplies, and controls and directs the flow of cooling air over internal components. Ports. The ports are physical docking points through which an external device can be connected to the computer. A port can also be a programmatic docking point through which information follows from a program to the computer or over the internet. Software is a set of programs designed to perform a well-defined function. A program is a sequence of instructions written to solve a particular problem. Examples are operating systems, application software, device drivers, and operating systems. An operating system is low-level software that supports a computer basic functions such as scheduling tasks and controlling peripherals, managing computer hardware and software resources, and providing common services for computer programs. Each computer type has a common operating system, such as Unix, Linux, Mac OS, and Microsoft Windows, and each operating system has a version based on the features, and each operating system has a version based on the features and the environment it will be used in. In this manual, we will focus on Microsoft Windows. Application software products are designed to satisfy a particular need of a particular environment. All software applications prepared in the computer lab can come under the category of application software. In this manual, we will focus on some Microsoft Office applications. Device drivers. A device driver is a specific type of computer software that allows communication between the computer and an external device, such as a printer, by sending and receiving data. Utilities. Utilities are system software designed to help analyze, configure, optimize, or maintain a computer. They are also used to support and the computer infrastructure. This is in contrast to application software, which is aimed at directly performing tasks that benefit ordinary users. Units of measuring computer storage or speed. It's in computing and telecommunications. The units of measure and different based on what you want to measure. Data storage units. 1 byte equal 8 bits. 1 kilobyte equal 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte equal 1024 kilobyte. 1 gigabyte equal 1024 megabyte. Petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. Hard drive storage units are measured as data storage units. Factors such as latency and data transfer, however, can affect hard drive performance. Latency is ideally caused by rotation of the disk to bring the required disk sector under the read-write mechanism. It depends on the rotationary speed of a disk, which is measured in revolutions per minute. The data transfer rate is the rate at which the disk buffers, and it's measured in megabytes per second. CPU speed units. The speed at which a CPU works is measured in hertz. Modern processors run so fast that gigahertz is used instead. 1 gigahertz is 1 billion cycles per second. Factors that can control CPU performance include cache, memory, and multiple cores. Network speed units. In telecommunications, data transfer rates are commonly measured as multiple of bits per second and bytes per second. For example, the data rate of modern residential high-speed internet connections are commonly expressed in megabytes per second.